Hello everyone, welcome to a new process video today. I am working on a single page layout here and it's all 3x3 pockets. And that's always a tougher one for me to do. 3x3 is not my favorite, but I had so many pictures from whale watching in Boston that I needed a lot of space. So I think it'll be okay that they're in this configuration. I have 4 photos picked out already. This is not a card I'm using. This is the back of one that I already did. So I need something for all of these empty pockets as well. I do know that I want to use these. I want to work them in somehow. And these are little trinkets, they call them. Little embellishments from Stampin' Up. And I think they're meant to be used directly on a page like this. Little thing looks like it should be strung together with twine or something, but I'm not going to do that. My plan is to fill a pocket with them along with some sequins that match and then fuse it closed. And I'll have to pick out some background paper because obviously since I've already done the other side of this layout, I can't have the items showing through on both sides. So normally that's the way I do things, but for this one I'll have to pick a background and then carefully insert all the little embellishments I want and close it up carefully. For my background papers here, I think I want to have a mix of different blues, like a teal color, aqua like this, and then black or very, very dark charcoal gray to match the whales here. And I've already pulled out my blue scraps. I just keep them in a bag that looks like this. And I've already noticed I have this. I remember this because I bought it for Iceland when I was working on that. And I think this is the only chunk I have left, but look at that. It matches pretty well with that color that's right there. And if I could use this in one of these pockets plus match some sequins in another pocket, that would be pretty perfect. All right, because I'm so excited to use some sequins with these embellishments, I've already picked out the ones that I think I'm going to mix together. I'm going to make my custom mix. So I think I want to use this one, which is already a mix done by Spiegelbaum Scraps. But I wouldn't use these bigger ones, but I love the smaller ones in there, and they're just the right color. They match with this, they match the photos. That'll be awesome. Then I want to work in just some of these clear, sort of translucent little, they're not circles, hexagons, whatever they are, but those sequins, I want to work in those. I want to add in a little bit of these. They're just kind of cylindrical little tubes. So they're not sequins, but I think they'll make a nice mix in there because of the black. And then I have this mix from Cat Scrappiness. I will have to dump it out and pick out the teal and aqua color ones, and even the white glitter ones would work. I just can't have the snowflakes in there, obviously. But picking around that won't be too tough. So I'm hoping that if I put all of these together with these, that it'll look good. All right, there's the mix that I have so far. I haven't tested it in the pocket, so I don't know if this is enough or too much, but I want to at least start with this. I can always add in some tract as needed, but I have all of the colors in there and the styles that I thought I would use. So hopefully once I put it in the pocket and see it, I'll like the way it looks. Okay, so when I was looking through my stash, I did cut one of these down to 3x3. I think I only want to use one though, because that could be kind of obnoxious if I use it in more than one pocket. So I think I'm going to only use it up there. And then I found 2 other cards that I think I want to use because they match with the color scheme. So I'm thinking about doing black and white here. I like that there's a stripe, plus I can cut it down to fit that circle in there and I can put something in there. And then I have this one, which I'm not sure if I want to cut off this part or this part. I like them both, but I think I want to use this one for journaling. And if that's the case, I probably have to cut off the dots at the bottom. And then here, I still need to find a background, but I think that's where my sequins will go. But I'm not quite sure color-wise. I almost want something darker than these, more of this blue tone. Probably not black because I already have that and I'm going to write in black. So I'm thinking something in the darker blue area. I have found 2 papers that I'm interested in for this. I have this one, which is a very light blue. It's actually kind of between this color and the sky here. But it's a lighter blue, but it has polka dots on it, which I'm don't know that I'm totally in love with that. And then I have just this piece. And it's perfect. There's no background to worry about or anything, but it's quite a bit darker than these. However, I'm wondering if when I put my sequins on there, if it will kind of even that out a little bit. And then I'm also wondering, should I switch these and put this here with those sequins and this here so that these two colors that are similar are not next to each other. Actually, just looking at it now, I like it better. And it kind of concentrates a lot of the blue in this area. All right, I'm going with that. And I think I'm going to use just the subtle background with no pattern. Since I am still waiting for my fuse tool to heat up properly, I can't do the sequins yet, so I'm just going to set those over there. But I can cut down these cards to get them to the right size for the pockets. All right, I have cut down all the cards, and for this one in the center, I think I'm going to do a geotag. And I have both of these colors. And that's the blue one. This is the more aquamarine kind of color. I think I like that one better. I think it brings in this and the little color on the edge of the water there. I think it brings that in better, so I'm going to attach that next. There we go. The geotag is attached and I love it. I'm so glad I went with that color. And next I think I'm going to figure out what to stamp in this white area. And when I cut this card, it did leave just a hair of those dots at the bottom, but I don't mind it. It won't obstruct my journaling in any way, so that's good. But I need something up here, and I'd like it to relatively, go end to end here, or pretty close. I just don't want a tiny phrase in the middle and then a bunch of blank space. So I will go into my stamps and see what I can find. I think I have picked out the stamp I want to use, and I think I'm going to do this one that says here and now. It'll fit nicely right in there. There will be some white showing on either side, but it takes up the space pretty well, I think, so I'm okay with that. So we'll stamp that next and I'll be back. Here is the card with the stamping done, and I love that as well. And then all I have to do is add journaling, which is perfect. So what that leaves me with is figuring out what to add on this sparkly card. I haven't figured that out yet. And then to do my sequins. And I believe my fuse tool is hot enough now, so the sequins will probably be next. Well, I have discovered a slight problem, and this is something you have to deal with pocket pages. I have this on the other side. So if I try to lay it down in this pocket, it won't lay flat. I won't be able to get a good seal. So I'm not gonna be able to put the sequins in that pocket, which is a bummer. So I will have to rearrange where I want all of these pockets and photos and then come back. All right, I have filled my pocket there with all of the lovely items that I want to use. I have it ready. I had one little one escape there. Yep, there it is. I can live without that one. There we go. All right, so I have to make sure that I get this aligned as best as possible, because once I close it, there's no going back. All right, and then because I've got bumpy stuff under there, I'm just going to put it up to the edge where I want it, and then I will seal it right along that edge to make sure that it stays put. All right, hopefully I had enough pressure there. Yep, and perfect. Voila. All right, I forgot to point out that when I switched up everything, what I did was I just changed them from side to side. So everything that was on the left is now on the right and vice versa. So it didn't really mess up the placement at all. I just needed to get it so that I didn't have that chunky acrylic piece on the other side causing a problem. So really all I have left now is this pocket, and I'm wondering if I should find something black to put on there to tie in more of that, because I have a lot of the blues, and so I feel like black would be appropriate. I've pulled out some stuff from a travel release by Allie Edwards from about mid-2020 here, and I have this, which is, it feels like it's woven, kind of. It feels fabric-y. It's self-adhesive on the back, which is awesome. And then I pulled out a bunch of these stickers. These might be a little too bold, like a little too much black to work in there somehow, but I pulled them just in case. And so I want to take this piece and put this on there right in the middle. So when I was looking at these, I do like this one right here that says documenting it all. I think that's perfect because I wanted to document everything about this experience. It was so awesome. So I'm going to use that one, and I've already pulled out the photo, and I think I'm going to use it, let's see, probably maybe against the right hand side here. This is very centered and this is centered, so if I put it off to the side, I think that'll be good. I have added on that sticker, and so I think this one is complete. I love the way it looks. I loved all the embellishments I got to use, including the sequins, all the fun stuff, and it's another one finished for Boston. Thanks for watching, everyone.